Alright, I didn't see any really good videos on this, so I just wanted to make one here. We've got a 2008 Nissan Altima. It's got a water pump failure, as indicated by behind the air conditioning. There's a small weep hole where it actually leaks out. So it looks like it comes from behind the alternator right there, and it'll drip out underneath the vehicle. So this is what it looks like when you have a water pump failure, is it'll start dripping out where the oil pan is. And you can't figure out where it's coming from. It's because there's a little weep hole. And when this water pump fails, which the water pump is down in here behind this little access window. So I'm going to take this little access window off. And just to note, that's straight down right there. And then over here on this side, I've had to remove the engine mount, loosen this bolt. I had to remove the main engine mount. This is the steering reservoir. I've got it kind of tucked down underneath here. This hose fits right under that bracket. And then when we come down here, there's not a lot of room. So I took off a bracket that holds that electric connector that's removed. And then I've got to remove all these bolts. There's one hiding up under there. And then a couple more here near the top. Trying to get the lights. So take all these bolts off. And then this access cover opens up. And then I'll be able to get to the chain tensioner, which is down here inside. So once we do that, we'll be able to remove the tension on the water pump pulley, or chain sprocket rather. And once we get that sprocket loose, we'll be able to pull the water pump out and put the new one in and reverse order here. But we did have to remove one pulley, which is attached here. Some other videos indicated you have to remove two pulleys and even the idle tensioner pulley. But I think that may be on a different model from this Altima 2008 through 2012. Because down in here, let's see if we can get some more light. So down in here, that tensioner pulley, there's no windows or anything nearby it, so I don't see why we need to remove it. So we're just going to remove this access cover. And we did have to remove the motor mount from this area. We removed the coolant bottle, and then we released the power steering reservoir so that we could get it moved out of the way and the hoses moved out of the way to access that down there. So relatively straightforward so far. Definitely not that experienced or advanced, but here we go. Take these covers off. I did clean this up with some brake clean and blast it off with some air so we don't get a bunch of crud falling in those holes. And then, so I think after we do this, we're gonna make sure you've drained the coolant first, and then you'll pull that pump out. Once you get it all changed up, it is recommended you change the oil as well, and that way make sure there's no coolant in that oil. And hey, you should be all set. Slap it back together, good to go. Do make sure though, if you when you remove that motor mount, you've got to jack up the oil pan there. So make sure you get that all removed up for you there. So, hey, y'all have a good one.